It's time to get real with Eddie, here to help you understand the changing real estate market and meet your real estate goals. Over 19 years in the business, 2018 Realtor of the Year of Three Rivers, past president of the Three Rivers Association of Realtors, director at the Illinois Association of Realtors, and team lead of the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner. Here's Eddie Ruettiger.
It's Tuesday at noon. Welcome to Get Real with Eddie. Of course, here in studio with me is none other than Nancy Valley from the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner. Nancy, how are you?
I am well. How are you, Eddie?
I am good. So, you're on the board of Three Rivers Association of Realtors. You are a director.
Yes, I am.
And Three Rivers is sponsoring a huge, kind of a big thing coming up on October 12th and 13th.
Yes, it'll be the evening of the 12th and then the 13th. It is a landlord event. So a lot of information, and do you want to flip over the info because I can't remember all the titles and stuff.
Oh, I thought I was sharing with you.
No,
Hold on a second.
I need you to share.
Okay, hold on a second. Da-da-da.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Anyway, thank you. All right, so it's at the Clarion Hotel and Convention Center at 411 South Larkin. And Thursday evening from 6 to 9 p.m. Doors open at 5:30. And then again on Friday from 9 to noon. There's going to be a lot of resources and workshops available, primarily geared towards landlords and those that want to be landlords. There are speakers. There are going to be experts from Hope Fair Housing, South Suburban Housing Center, Will County Center for Community Concerns, Trinity Services, Future Vision Properties, a lot of good people to talk to about housing programs.
Wow, that's outstanding.
Yes. So, housing is an issue.
Is Nora heading this up? The Government Affairs Director for Three Rivers?
Yeah, in Government Affairs. The committee is working.
I'd love to get her on next week.
Yes.
Talk more about this.
So I can't wait for her to be on.
We finished the show last week about talking about investing in real estate.
Yes.
I remember getting off air because it was just sitting there, and I'm looking at the numbers, I'm looking at equity, and I'm looking at all this opportunity, and that's exactly what it is. There's opportunity out there to grow your wealth. More millionaires are made in real estate than any other field there is.
Well, and not only are you helping yourself, but you're helping others, and there's all kinds of programs out there that you can work together with these community services to help get those that need housing. So it's a win-win. You're getting somebody in a home, and you're making some money.
We need to go to this.
Yes. It's really important. Yeah. There are a lot of really smart programs out there being run right now.
We definitely need to check into this and go to this. And let's see if we can reach out to Nora. I bet you Nora would come on next week.
Absolutely.
Bring her in to talk. The city of Joliet's will not be created in silos. It is imperative we include our neighboring communities when the information is relevant to us, said the city mayor of Terry Darcy of Joliet. I'm looking forward to this event and know it will be one of many that builds information bridges to and from the city. That's a pretty big statement. If you got the mayor backing up.
Oh yeah.
This is huge.
Yeah, he recognizes that there's a huge problem with housing and getting housing to people who need it. We all need it, but I mean critical housing.
And that's the thing. Everybody wants to talk about affordable housing. Everybody wants to talk about workforce housing. Everybody wants to talk about this, but we say the word rental. Oh, guess what? Rental's the first step into housing.
Yes.
First place I ever had, I rented. Usually most people don't move out of mom and dad's that I know of and move right into their first house.
Exactly.
I rented.
And things happen with people. Their lives happen. Let's say there's divorces and stuff. Sometimes you need to rent a while before you can buy.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to me. I rented for a long time before I could.
So did my mom.
So before I could purchase a home, because I had 3 kids I was trying to raise. So there's nothing wrong with a renter.
She rented for 2 years, and it was funny. Last month, I showed the exact unit that we rented.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
It felt small.
I bet.
I mean, we were there from middle of 7th grade year to middle of my freshman year.
Yeah.
And it felt really small.
Yeah. Well, we rented. My oldest was in 7th grade before we had our first home. So, nothing wrong with the renter.
No.
Nothing wrong with the renter.
And everything's changing so much, so rapidly, so fast since COVID. Remote work, let's look at that. I mean, remote work has changed a lot of how we're buying houses, where we're buying houses, and how you're searching for your dream home. So experts say it will continue to be popular for years to come, and project that 36.2 million Americans will be working remotely by 2025. To give you some perspective, that is a 417% increase compared to pre-pandemic years when there were just 7 million remote workers.
I think we were starting to go that way anyway, little by little, but the pandemic just exacerbated the move.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Just,
Absolutely. I mean, you've got people that are like realizing, why am I spending 30 minutes to an hour one way to get to a job I can do from my house?
Well, and businesses were a little hanky about doing that because they weren't sure about productivity.
Yeah.
Exactly. But once they saw what happened, like the petri dish that was the pandemic, then they saw that, hey, people can be very productive. Yeah. So
Fannie Mae explains home affordability may also be a reason why we saw an increase in remote workers' willingness to relocate or live farther away from their workplace. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
If my job's in the city and I can live out in the suburbs and be $150,000 cheaper in a house.
Well, of course. And if I don't have to go in, or I have to go a couple of times
a month,
a week. One of the guys that my husband works with, but prior to the pandemic, he was a 9-to-5er, in office, but he's not a lab rat like my husband, or that's what we call them, because they're test engineers. He was an administrative, and he lives in Arizona and comes in a couple of times a month.
Just flies in.
Yeah. And he's living his best life in Arizona now, so.
What are you doing today, honey? I'm going to go get on a plane and commute to work.
Yeah, I'm going to fly in, stays a couple of days with family up here and goes into the office and does what he needs to do there and then heads back out. Yep.
Wow.
Pretty sweet.
That is pretty sweet.
Pretty sweet deal.
So, the flexibility and I think a lot of this had to do with technology catching up too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest, technology was not there. You didn't have the high-speed internet. You didn't have that at the home, going in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have that aspect. Now, I mean, with technology, you could pretty much, you got a laptop, you can do a lot with a laptop anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, we look at what we do just with some of the software on our laptops for real estate, between Canva and, recording this show down for YouTube and things like that.
Well, and the speed with which you can do it, because the
It's
speed
true.
of the internet is vastly different than when I started back in the 80s, and it would take half an hour for your page to redraw.
This phone has more computing technology
Yes.
than what we sent to the moon.
Isn't that crazy?
The men that were in that capsule going to the moon had less than this phone.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was, I watched, again, there's a really good documentary out on the moon landing, and it talked about just really behind the scenes stuff, and I was watching it. Right before landing, the computer was processing so much data for the landing.
Mm-hmm.
It basically, to make the ship light enough to land on the moon and then take back off again, they had to put one computer in instead of like multiple computers. That one computer would work a task for like 10 seconds. If it didn't finish the task, it would skip to the next task, do that, and then it'll come back around to that other task. But so it was, I don't know what the time frame was. Right before the landing, it kept spitting out an error message because it didn't have enough time to finish that task. And it finally came back and they got the clear light or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Right, like we're talking 10 seconds from touchdown.
Yeah.
They almost aborted and didn't land.
Wow.
And then on top of it, they landed at like 10 or 11 degrees off axis.
Mm-hmm.
12 or more, they wouldn't have been able to take off.
It's just crazy.
I mean, 1 degree is
Yeah.
what the difference was, them being stranded on the moon or not stranded on the moon.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, how they even built their space suits, and these women who sewed them, and they have to be
Mm-hmm.
airtight.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't.
Yeah.
I mean, and so figuring out the fabric and these seamstresses and stuff that
Yeah.
did this, all the little tiny details that it took to get, it's a miracle. It got there.
But that's why,
Seriously.
I mean, but that's
Engineering miracle.
that got us to, let's be honest, remote work.
Yeah.
27% of U.S. employees work remotely today.
Mm-hmm.
27%. Obviously, it peaked to 41.7% during the pandemic. But still, we're still at 27% of people working remotely. And that gives, I mean, that's less gas being used. That's not going out to lunches. That's, that's putting more money back into the household, too.
Oh, absolutely.
So, it's
Yeah, less childcare, less wear and tear on a car,
Yeah.
and gas, and all that stuff.
I have to admit, I did like having the wife at home during the pandemic, working from home. It was, even though it was a giant table with her computer and everything set up on it from the office in the middle of my family room.
It's still nice to have her.
It was nice to have her home. So it's even weird, like today, I didn't get to have lunch with my wife. Usually, I will have lunch with her at during the week, but because the show's on at noon and her lunch is at noon, I don't get to have lunch with her on Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays.
Yeah, so it's like, it just feels weird that I didn't get lunch today with my wife. I know, I'm a sap. What can I say?
I'm sorry. It's cute.
So definitely a change, because you've got people commuting that far, come from Arizona, just all over, and even not even that. Like my brother-in-law, he has to go into the city 2-3 times a week
Mm-hmm.
now, and still, it's like, I don't have to go every day.
Right? My nephew, he only has to go once, maybe twice a week. I mean, there's something to be said for the culture in the office, and I know that's a concern, and that's why they go in a couple of times a week, just to touch base, just to have that give and take. But
And I think that's going to be the aspect, is the culture for the company and what
Yes.
that company culture wants. But let's be honest, we work remotely.
oh yeah,
Our team is remote.
Yeah.
Our team meetings are usually either a phone call or a Zoom. I don't say, hey, come and run in for a 30-minute meeting in the office, because I think that's a waste of time.
oh, I agree.
I mean, there are some times we've met in person, but there was a purpose, there was a reason,
Yes,
to meet.
yes,
But just to have a meeting is always a waste.
right. And we do a lot remotely at the association too.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
I mean, not everything needs to be
In
in
person.
person.
No.
There are some that really do,
I agree.
but
I really do agree that, you've got to have some stuff in person, especially key things like the board of directors meetings.
oh, absolutely.
I think that confidentiality aspect, that participation aspect.
I was going to say, it's about participation too, and
Yeah.
being able to read a person's body language and to be able to communicate one-on-one.
Yeah.
Zoom is okay, but there's nothing like a face-to-face conversation. We're still human beings. We still, it's difficult. You talk over each other accidentally, or you want to get something in, you can't, all that stuff on Zoom that happens.
That timing aspect is so lost on Zoom.
Yes.
Because there is a delay. You don't notice it, you don't see it, you feel it, but there's a delay there.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you're talking on each other.
Yeah. Or somebody's on the Zoom and you've got a few people live and they don't see the person on the Zoom meeting, and or somebody's dog's barking because they forget to mute. Or
my favorite thing on the Zooms is trying to do the pledge.
Oh yeah, that's
for those that
a
don't
train
know.
wreck.
We start all of our meetings, whether it's a committee meeting, whatever, it was the Pledge of Allegiance, and every time if it's a hybrid, it is a train wreck. If it's all Zoom or all in person, you're fine. But if it's a hybrid, it is a train wreck. You can hear the delay between the people in the room versus the people on
That's hilarious.
the call. So it really does get...
Well, and everybody stands up to say the pledge, and then you get a picture full of belly buttons. It's just...
This is true, too. You ever notice I kind of stayed off to the side?
Yeah, I do, too, because I don't want anybody to really focus in on that. Not my best. Not my best.
Not the belly. You don't need to be looking at
You don't need to see my muffin top. No.
All right. So let's take a look at some numbers in Romeoville. These numbers in August are just blowing me away. For August over August numbers, 332,625 on the median sales price for Romeoville for a detached home. That is up 21.9%. Average sales price 327,728, up 16.5, with 102.8% of original list price received, up 3.9%. Talking about a major jump in Romeoville.
I'm telling you, Romeoville blew up this year.
I have to agree, and a lot of it, believe it or not, still has to do. We're sitting here talking about remote work, but a lot of it has to do with the train.
Yeah.
Because people are moving out farther, and they have the train access now.
Mm-hmm.
In Romeoville.
Yeah.
Market time 22 days, up 15.8% from 19 days last year in August. 23 houses available at the end of August. Just some amazing numbers on the detached. I got to be honest. Anything on the detached that's jumping out for you?
Just the numbers in general. Like I said, Romeoville blew up this year. They have gotten very sought after. It's a very sought after community.
Well, on the attached numbers kind of justify that too. There was 15 closings, 260,000 at median sales price, up 9.9%. Average sales price is 793, up 10.6%. Percentage of list price received 102.6, up 1.7. Average market time 17 days. 8 homes available. So that gives you 31 options at the end of August for all of Romeoville.
Yeah.
The train's in, the divergent interchange is done at 55 and Weber.
Oh, is that a beautiful thing?
Hey, my wife hates driving it.
Oh, really?
She hates driving it.
I am so happy.
I love it. I think
am
it's
so
great.
happy. Well, and John goes that way a lot. Hit 55 to go to work.
Has it been a noticeable difference in the commute time now?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And just because I go back and forth to Naperville a lot, and I go up Weber. It's huge. You don't wait. You're not wait. You wait at a stoplight. You don't wait at 3 or 4 stoplights.
It used to back up all the way down
terrible.
to that gully just before the discount tires. Now the discount tires closed.
It's closed, yeah.
Yeah, it's closed. The gas station closed. I think the McDonald's is still open over
McDonald's and stuff is still open over there.
It's very hard to see McDonald's close. I'm sorry.
It will never, and it's right there by the highway. It's not going to close.
Yeah.
But I go up that way all the time. I'm so thrilled. It's easy to get through.
Yeah.
And it's so fast. So much faster.
Yeah, it really is. There was rumors they were going to put that interchange style at 52 and 55 also. But
yeah, that's what they're working on.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see, someone said no, they're going to put it at 59 and 55. where the new casino and everything's going in over there.
Oh.
But I don't know.
I'm not sure. Well, they're working on all that down there now. So
Joliet ran water out that way. Yeah, they've been working on getting that done. So
yeah,
because Joliet, that's going to be all on Joliet's side.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to be City of Joliet. They annexed all the way up to 80 and 55.
Yeah.
So and it makes sense because a lot of people don't realize that interchange, 55 and 80. 1 million cars cross that every year.
Isn't that crazy?
A day.
That's crazy.
So 1 million people drive through 80 and 55 a day.
I believe it.
And that number is probably old. It's probably higher than that.
I believe it because it's always packed.
Yeah, it is crazy. On these attached numbers, everything just looks amazing in Romeoville. I think you're right. It literally blew up.
It just blew up.
I think it's
booming.
Between the train, between the Weber Road interchange, location.
Yeah.
You can't seem to be missing anything in Romeoville. I mean,
yeah,
I'm trying to think what else has happened out that way that's been a big game changer for Romeoville.
There's been a little bit of build, but it's been mostly... There's been some
commercial stuff
coming in.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of big stuff going on. It was one of those less sought after. I mean, not that it wasn't sought after, but kind of one of those people forget about kind of communities. Oh yeah, like oh yeah, I forgot about Romeoville.
Yeah.
I want to do a search in Romeoville, and so. All of a sudden now everybody's,
I want Romeoville. I got people asking for Romeoville where we were talking about Crest Hill last week, and people still forget about Crest Hill.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go, they'll go, I want Romeoville, I want Lockport, I want Joliet, I want Plainfield. And right there in the middle, what about Crest Hill? Oh yeah, Crest Hill too.
Yeah, but they forget about it.
Yeah.
But again, Crest Hill's so small that there's very little inventory.
Yes.
Whereas Romeoville's a bigger town. So, and they've got great parks. They got some great fireworks shows. They got some
no tricks needed, just treats. Come celebrate Halloween season at the Baird & Warner Plainfield 3rd Annual Trunk or Treat event on Saturday, October 21st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you would like to promote your business, decorate a trunk, donate candy or prizes, or just simply share a monetary donation to help with the event, call 815-556-3333 or visit them at 11914 Route 59, Suite 100 in Plainfield, Illinois. We can't wait to see all the costumes and candy pails. There'll be games, activities, and prizes for best costumes. So save the date and come join the fun at Baird & Warner in Plainfield on Saturday, October 21st, 2023 from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Additional information can be found on the Facebook page 3rd Annual Trunk or Treat event, Baird & Warner, Plainfield. Or you can call 815-556-3333 or visit them at 11914 Route 59 Suite 100 in Plainfield, Illinois. See you October 21st.
Eddie Ruettiger, a licensed and experienced realtor with 22 years of success in the industry, is the team lead of the Ruettiger Group, associated with Baird & Warner. Eddie has assisted innumerable residents of the area in making informed decisions regarding real estate matters. What sets Eddie and his team apart is their personalized approach that prioritizes your needs. They empower you with the right tools, information, and guidance to make the best decisions for you and your family. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a property, Eddie provides you with the insights and resources to make a sound decision. At the Ruettiger Group, you are always in charge, and your needs are paramount. Eddie's team believes in educating their clients and helping them navigate the complex real estate landscape with ease. So, if you're in need of a reliable, experienced, and trustworthy real estate partner, look no further than Eddie Ruettiger and the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner. Find out more by calling Eddie at 815-823-5478. That's 815-823-LIST or visit yourdwellings.com.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner and Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Consider joining the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner as a realtor. We offer a supportive and collaborative environment for our members and are currently expanding our team. Our focus is on training and education to ensure that our members are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to serve their clients successfully. At the Ruettiger Group, we are committed to helping our members develop both professionally and personally. Our ultimate goal is to support our members in achieving their goals and making a positive impact in the real estate industry and in the lives of their clients. Our founder, Eddie, believes in teaching members how to serve their clients, family, and community rather than just generating a commission for the brokerage. He emphasizes the importance of being capable of going out on your own and receiving an amazing return on your value. To learn more about becoming a part of our team, please contact Eddie at the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner. Call Eddie at 815-823-5478. Again, 815-823-5478.
A premier real estate professional, Eddie Ruettiger of the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner.
Welcome back to Get Real with Eddie. Eddie, I'm a little tongue-tied already today. Definitely need to go out and get a drink after this. I'm telling you.
Straighten your tongue out.
Seriously, straighten out the tongue. All right. The non-financial benefits of home ownership.
Yes.
According to Fannie Mae, 94% of the survey respondents say having control over what you do with your living space is the top reason to own. I would say
That's non-financial.
Yes.
That's non-financial.
Non-financial.
Yes.
I would say 100%. I get to do what I want to do with my house.
Yep. Paint it, whatever, make changes to it, put in a pool. I had to add that, by the way. Anything like that. Yeah, it's your space. Do what you want.
Investopia explains one often cited benefit of homeownership is the knowledge that you own your little corner of the world. You can customize your house, remodel, paint, and decorate without the need to get permission from your landlord.
You know what? I roll up in my driveway and I get excited pushing the garage door to the open and rolling in. I love my house. I'm very thankful to have our house every day. I get excited. Oh, I'm home.
Well, and I haven't gone through the rest of the article yet. We'll do that in a second. But one of the things I always think is kids do better in their own house when it comes to school,
absolutely,
community, grades, things along those
lines.
lines.
Well, they're anchored. They
Yes.
have an anchor. It's important. Kids need
stability. And it just really...
And a home is a huge anchor.
Yeah, really makes sense. Really
Yes.
makes sense.
Take it from a mom whose kids did a lot of hopping.
I did a lot of hopping.
It was such a relief to them.
Yeah.
My daughter went to 4 different schools between kindergarten and 5th grade.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Between 5th and 7th grade, I hit 3 schools.
Yeah.
So, because I came out of one, went into another, and then by middle of 7th, I was at another.
Yeah. And that's tough.
And that's not counting the 5th to 6th, junior high change.
Oh, yeah.
That change in the middle of junior high, that's hard.
Yeah.
That was hard. So, being a new kid.
Yeah, and junior high being the new kids, tough.
Yeah. Fannie Mae also finds 90% say having a good place for your family to raise your children tops their list of why it's better to buy a home. U.S. News breaks it down as what, Nancy?
For those with young children, buying a home and putting down roots is a major driver. You don't want the upheaval of a massive rent increase or a non-renewed lease to impact your sense of stability.
And
Totally.
that non-renewed lease, that's huge.
Oh yeah, because if you like your home and the kids are doing well in school and things are going okay, and then all of a sudden the landlord pulls the rug out.
Yeah, I'm going to sell the house.
Yeah.
It's a big question when you go to rent. Do you plan on selling the house in the next 5 years, 10 years?
Yeah.
But the problem is they're always going to say no.
Well, and
they never plan on selling it until they plan on selling it.
Exactly, because you don't know. Maybe your landlord gets ill, or a family member gets ill, or something, and they they have a life too.
This is true. This is very, very true. It's still that uprootingness. I feel bad with kids.
Yeah, I do too.
So buying a house is definitely one of the biggest aspects. Lastly, Fannie Mae says 82% list feeling engaged in your community as another key motivation to own. I am now the vice president of my PTO. Never thought I would do this.
There you go.
I feel like the little school that my kid goes to, that is, we feel part of it. He does so well there, and they're so good with him.
Yeah.
So.
And that's awesome, and that instilling that sense of community, and he's going to be in school with the same kids or nearly the same, because people move and stuff, but knowing those walls when you walk into that school, being in your home when you come home.
He goes to a Joliet school, and he has 15 kids in his class.
Yeah.
Wow,
that's a small class.
And half the kids were in his kindergarten class.
That's awesome.
So it's for him, I look at it, it's almost like going to private school, because when I went to private school from 1st to 5th grade, and I had the exact same kids in my class every single year.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much the exact same kids. So, yeah, it's almost the same element in some ways for him. Because this class will probably be his class until at least 5th grade.
Yeah. Once they move to junior high, then you get a big influx.
And he's going to they'll get broken up in a little bit other stuff.
Yeah, depending on where they live and all that. But, yeah.
The National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals, NAREP, points out homeowners also tend to be more active in their local communities. So if you own the house, you're more active versus a renter.
Sure, you're investing emotionally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because what happens in your neighborhood, what happens in your school district, what happens in your backyard matters to you. It truly does.
Yes, because you know you're going to be there for a long time.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Plenty of buyers are still active today.
Yes.
Does it feel like the buyers are out there still?
Yes.
I got a lot that are sitting down.
I got some that are, I was just going to say, I have some sitting down.
They're not sitting out. They're watching from a distance. And
yes.
then you get the random call. Hey, can we go look at this one?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they're kind of, yeah. They haven't left the market, but they're just pausing, but they're out there. The buyers that are out there, they are not tire kickers.
No.
They are serious buyers.
Yes. Yeah. They know what they want. And they won't settle. Good for them.
Yes.
They shouldn't have to settle.
Right.
They shouldn't have to settle.
And I think that's some of the frustration that
is that not settling.
Yeah.
So buyer traffic is stronger than normal years. Okay. So again, throwing out our unicorn years, looking at 17, 18, and 19. Looking at the showing index for July of 2023 in comparison to the Julys of these years. In the buyer's index in 17 was 123.4, 124.3 in 18, and 123.8 in 19. I'm seeing a trend there.
Yeah. And I thought I was in a pretty decent market back then,
I thought 18 was a little bit of a rough market. It was a little slow for me. Still had a good year. Had a great year, going into 19. 19 I thought was a great year.
Yeah.
Now look at the traffic compared. Remember, these were all 123, 124.
Mm-hmm.
2023, 185.8.
Crazy. Now, I would like to compare that to the unicorn years just to see where we're at in comparison as far as how many buyers are out there. I wish we had that data.
I think our traffic was around 180 in 2020. We were at 200.
Was it 200?
In 2021.
That's right. I do remember
We were
here.
just over 200. And we were down, I think, back to 190 in 2022.
Okay.
This is all off the top of my head, so don't quote me on it.
All right.
But
I do remember being in the 200s, the hair on fire years.
oh, you were going crazy.
I was nuts.
I thought you were going to have a meltdown on me because you were going so fast running around. And it was like, it was sink or swim, and you learned to swim fast.
I had to.
So interest rate hikes continue to further cut into buyers' purchasing power, although they appear to have adapted to the higher mortgage rate environment. Daniel Hale, chief economist, Realtor.com. They have adapted.
Yes.
I don't have lenders calling me and talking. When I talk to lenders, do you get rate freak out? No. We tell them the rate, and nobody's going, oh my, there's no culture shock.
Not anymore.
No.
Not anymore.
So that whole rate shock, culture shock, that's kind of out the door.
Yep.
I mean,
yeah, people get it now, and this is the way it's going to be. And yeah, they can refi when it goes down, and they're just, again, focused on the payment, not the interest rate.
well, I mean, the data shows that buyers are still active, even though the mortgage rates are higher.
Yeah.
You know, and this goes to show that people still want to buy homes, and those who can, they're moving now. It's that simple.
Yeah. Those that can will.
Yeah, and that you add in, you don't want to delay plan to sell out of fear. You know, if you need to sell, sell. If you need to buy. Don't let the rates put this off for you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life goes on.
Well, and that's the thing. Life will pause, but it won't. The pause usually doesn't outlast the market. The market's going to last 2, 3, 4 years at like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most people will pause for 6 to 9 months, and at that point, the patience wears thin.
Well, yeah, you want to move on. Again, you don't want to put your life on hold forever. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Speaking of moving, 15241 South Nutmeg Avenue in Homer Glen is for sale. This is a 6-bedroom, 4.5-bath home with a 3-car garage at $940,000. This is 5,940 square feet. That's including the walkout basement. The property is just downright gorgeous on almost 3/4 of an acre, and you have a, ready for it, Nancy?
I was just going to mention it.
In-ground saltwater pool.
Yes. Which is totally cool.
I think this is your retirement house.
No, because it's got stairs. And
Yeah,
it's
that's true. You guys are looking at it away.
almost 6,000 square feet. We're done with the big 6,000.
2 kitchens in this.
Yeah,
by the
that's
way.
cool.
You got
Again,
the main kitchen, and then you got a secondary kitchen in the basement. I mean, it is just outstanding.
although, we could make it like Chloe and Anaya could have one part of the house, and John and I could have the other.
There you go. And it's got a first floor bedroom. So you don't.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. So, and that first floor bedroom is it's like a little den. I mean, it's got the bedroom's in the front. There's a little almost like den living room, and then the bathroom's right off of it. Its own bathroom.
Yeah.
I love the pool. I think the pool just is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. The home is lovely too.
Yeah.
It's just really pretty.
So, all right. So check that out. Once again, 1524 South Nutmeg Avenue in Homer Glen. That's 1524 South Nutmeg Avenue in Homer Glen. You can go to yourdwellings.com and check out all the pictures for that property. All right, we're going to hit a break. After the break, this is a big question, and I think this needs to be talked about. Should baby boomers buy or rent after selling their house? Keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
No tricks needed, just treats. Come celebrate Halloween season at the Baird & Warner Plainfield 3rd Annual Trunk or Treat event on Saturday, October 21st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you would like to promote your business, decorate a trunk, donate candy or prizes, or just simply share a monetary donation to help with the event, call 815-556-3333 or visit them at 11914 Route 59, Suite 100 in Plainfield, Illinois. We can't wait to see all the costumes and candy pails. There'll be games, activities, and prizes for best costumes. So save the date and come join the fun at Baird & Warner in Plainfield on Saturday, October 21st, 2023 from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Additional information can be found on the Facebook page 3rd Annual Trunk or Treat Event, Baird & Warner, Plainfield. Or you can call 815-556-3333 or visit them at 11914 Route 59 Suite 100 in Plainfield, Illinois. See you October 21st.
Eddie Ruettiger, a licensed and experienced realtor with 22 years of success in the industry, is the team lead of the Ruettiger Group, associated with Baird & Warner. Eddie has assisted innumerable residents of the area in making informed decisions regarding real estate matters. What sets Eddie and his team apart is their personalized approach that prioritizes your needs. They empower you with the right tools, information, and guidance to make the best decisions for you and your family. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a property, Eddie provides you with the insights and resources to make a sound decision. At the Ruettiger Group, you are always in charge, and your needs are paramount. Eddie's team believes in educating their clients and helping them navigate the complex real estate landscape with ease. So, if you're in need of a reliable, experienced, and trustworthy real estate partner, look no further than Eddie Ruettiger and the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner. Find out more by calling Eddie at 815-823-5478. That's 815-823-LIST or visit yourdwellings.com.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner and Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Consider joining the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner as a realtor. We offer a supportive and collaborative environment for our members and are currently expanding our team. Our focus is on training and education to ensure that our members are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to serve their clients successfully. At the Ruettiger Group, we are committed to helping our members develop both professionally and personally. Our ultimate goal is to support our members in achieving their goals and making a positive impact in the real estate industry and in the lives of their clients. Our founder, Eddie, believes in teaching members how to serve their clients, family, and community rather than just generating a commission for the brokerage. He emphasizes the importance of being capable of going out on your own and receiving an amazing return on your value. To learn more about becoming a part of our team, please contact Eddie at the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner. Call Eddie at 815-823-5478. Again, 815-823-5478.
You made a smart move to get real with Eddie, helping you make your next smart move into your next home.
Welcome back to Get Real with Eddie. All right. Should baby boomers buy or rent after selling their house? Let's find out. I think they should buy. I don't think you should rent.
I think there's some advantages to purchasing, tax-wise, if ever you decide you want to reverse mortgage, that kind of thing.
Yep.
There's some huge advantages. Plus, like everybody else, you rent, you're tossing money out the window.
Yep.
Why would you do that?
There are two important factors to help decide what's right for you. First off, expect rents to keep going up. The data from the census to has shown that rents have steadily climbed since 1988. Rents have gone up consistently over the years and will continue to do so. When you're buying a home with a fixed rate mortgage, it helps stabilizes your monthly housing payment. This allows you to lock in. Freddie Mac sums up, homeowners with a fixed rate loans will see little to no change to their monthly housing costs over the life of their loan. You can be confident in knowing that your mortgage payments won't change much in the long term, even when life's other costs do.
The only benefit to renting would be if you're going into an assisted living. I was going to say kind of like the Timbers or something,
Yeah.
where your needs are very small. You have some health issues, that kind of thing, where that would be the most benefit.
So according to AARP, buying your next home is better long-term strategy than renting. Though each option has pros and cons, buying provides more pros with a broader range of benefits. All right, so to help you choose what you do after you sell, here are just a few benefits homeownership offers. Owning your home can help you save money for the future.
That's because you're building equity.
Yeah. You might not have to pay a monthly mortgage payment at all at some point.
Right, because your chances are
Paid it
you've
off.
had that home for a long
Yeah.
time. You're ready to pay it off.
Aging in place can be simpler. If you need a change, owning your own home gives you freedom to make renovations, updates, and make everyday life easier.
Yes.
So I'm not a big fan of renting, even if you're in your retirement years, because I think you're just burning money.
Well, again, I think there is, if you're going into more of an assisted living situation, like you need a little bit more help than maybe completely living on your own, that would be
True.
That would be the time you might want to consider,
But
not a tradition. It wouldn't be a traditional rental per se.
We also have more and more options coming on the market with at-home assistance, where you're at home and those needs come to you.
Yes,
now, granted,
there are some.
it's not necessarily a 24/7, all right, but you have other products out there, that you can have if you need, like if you were a fall scare. There's other products out there to engage that aspect.
Yes.
I'm thinking like Life Alert.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's why aging in place. When you age in place, that's part of the things you have to consider.
Yeah.
And is family around? Do you have assistance? Do you have somebody to that's going to shovel the snow? Do you have all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
But it all plays a part, and I think a lot of it has to do with mostly health issues.
Yeah, some of that can be higher. You can contract that out with the snow removal and the lawn care stuff.
Yes.
That.
But
can
it's
be contracted.
and I think it's a person by person. But overall, I think the benefit to owning and the benefit to aging in place, and like we talked about, reverse mortgages and being able to have some cash flow.
All right, so let's
Huge.
dive into that reverse mortgage. We have about 5 minutes left here.
Okay.
Because we've said it a couple of times, but not everybody understands what is a reverse mortgage.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So a reverse mortgage basically uses your equity, and you're mortgaging and using your equity on your home. You're getting out the equity out of your home to use now.
So let me give an example. Let's say I have completely paid off my house.
Yes.
This is example one. $300,000 paid off. Let's say it's worth $300,000. Okay. The statisticians will come in, say, okay, based on 300 grand, based on a market, if the market was to go do this down by 20%, based on you living to 125 years old, all of these factors they pull in, we can turn around and do a reverse mortgage, and your house actually mails you a monthly stipend, a check.
Yes.
For a certain dollar amount every month. Okay, so that will give you more monthly income, Now so now it's a reverse mortgage. You started at zero. You're going maybe up $500 a month.
So and it's reversed because instead of paying a monthly payment
down,
you're getting a stipend back.
You're getting money. You're getting your equity out slowly.
Yes.
And you don't have to make a monthly payment. And then when you stop property sold, that gets paid off.
Right.
And that's that. And there's insurance just in case it goes into a negative aspect, but they've re-amortized these tables and stuff. Very, very.
It's not what it used to be. When reverse mortgages first came out, some of them were kind of hinky.
Yeah.
They didn't work right, but there are some really good products out there now.
Now, the second reverse mortgages, again, you don't have to necessarily take money out. You can do a reverse mortgage, and because maybe you do have a house payment of $1,000 a month still, and now you put it into a reverse mortgage. Well, now it basically, the house makes its own house payment, and it's going up in the principal every month. And then now you have no house payment. So again, that gives you $1,000 in cash flow every month.
Right.
So that is the advantage that's the second aspect of a reverse month payment. You get rid of your house payment. So these are very strong tools for individuals to utilize when they're in retirement age.
Yes, they're huge. Yeah. They're huge.
So, I mean, take advantage of them. Don't be shy. I look at my parents all the time and I'm like, it's yours. I don't want anything. Spend it all.
Yeah, and some people really want to leave things for their children.
And I get that and I respect that. I understand that. But I don't want my parents to have a compromised lifestyle and struggle, just because so they can leave. I'm doing fine. I don't need. It's always nice. It's always appreciated, but I don't need it.
Right. And they earned it. That's kind of how I felt. And when I took care of my parents, yep. The money was theirs. That's what we used it for.
Yep.
If there's something left, great. If not, oh well.
Yep.
We need it for you.
Yep. It was earned for them. It was their aspects.
Right.
So, all right, that wraps it up for our show today. Anything going on this weekend for you?
Actually, it's kind of quiet coming up. We have 1 week kind of quiet, and then we have then we go into.
I can't believe it's already October.
I know.
I mean, we didn't even talk about that today. That it's already October. So we've got friends that are doing some pumpkin painting this week.
That'll be fun.
We're going.
I'm going to go to that pumpkin thing. I think is it in Lamont? The pumpkin tour thing.
Is that the one out Forge with all the jack-o'-lanterns? I think.
Yeah.
I think I saw that.
There's a couple of jack-o'-lantern pumpkin tour things.
That'd be cool.
I thought that would be kind of fun.
Well,
maybe round up some grandkids and go.
Next week's little man's birthday, so.
Oh, there you go. And Bankston, of course. Bankston Farm is always fun. I've taken my kids and my grandkids forever.
All right, that wraps it up for Get Real with Eddie. Don't forget, check us out online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. GetRealWithEddie.com for information on your biggest investment, your home.
Thanks for listening to Get Real with Eddie. Eddie Ruettiger is a realtor at Baird & Warner in Plainfield, license number 475141896. Managing broker Steve Engel. For more information on your neighborhood, call Eddie at 815-823-5478 or visit yourdwellings.com.